I actually wanted to ask a question about Trump's economic policies. I'm originally from Brazil. I was raised in Brazil, although I'm a U.S. citizen. In 2014, if you were a Brazilian and you bought U.S. dollars and lost money in the exchange rate, bought a plane ticket from Rio de Janeiro to New York City, bought an iPhone in the American Apple Store, and went back to Brazil, doing all that was cheaper than buying an actual iPhone in the Brazilian Apple Store. Now, if protectionist policies, much like the policy that Trump wants to implement here in the States, failed in Brazil and failed in every other country, please explain to me why protectionist policies would work here in the United States.
It's a very good question. I don't think, believe it or not, that Donald Trump is, in fact, a protectionist. And let me say what I mean by that. There are two types of protectionism. One type of protectionism is, I'm going to impose tariffs on foreign goods because I want to save American jobs. That's classic protectionism. Here's another kind of protectionism that's not protectionism at all. I think we should have open trade and a level playing field. But the world is not like that. In fact, Japanese car makers can sell their cars in America with no tariffs, or virtually no tariffs. We can't sell our cars over there without being slapped with a heavy tariff. Now the question becomes, what do you do about that? Milton Friedman would say, you do nothing. Because from an economic point of view, you're still better off not having a double tariff. If they have tariffs and we have tariffs, that's two sets of tariffs, and that's really bad. But that is a purely econometric way of thinking. A political way of thinking goes, yeah, but then it provides no incentive whatever to the guys who are putting tariffs abroad to take down their tariffs. But what if we were to say to them, hey guys, you've had a really good time selling cars in America and we really want you to continue. However, as long as you have tariffs on our products, we're going to put tariffs on your products in order to pressure you to take yours down. This is very similar to something that Abraham Lincoln did in the Civil War. It came to his attention that the Confederates were shooting free blacks who were captured by the Confederacy. These are free blacks fighting in the Union Army. Now, whites who were captured were not killed. They were just imprisoned and held as prisoners of war. Lincoln issued an executive order that basically said this: for every free black who is caught and executed by the Confederacy, one Confederate soldier will be summarily shot. Now, by itself, this is an order of unimaginable barbarity and contravenes all the rules of war. You can't summarily shoot prisoners. But Lincoln's point was, how else to stop the Confederacy from the barbaric things that they are doing if I don't do this? And sure enough, they stopped. Point I'm trying to make, and I don't mean the analogy literally, but I think you see what I'm saying. For a political man to say, in a bargaining sense, and particularly this seems to me to be kind of a New York move, is to basically say to those guys, I don't want tariffs, guys, but I'm not going to sit by and have you stick all these beautiful tariffs on your products and expect me not to respond in kind. So I don't think that that is a protectionist view. From a purely economic point of view, it is. But if its real goal is the removal of tariffs, then to me it can be completely justified on libertarian economic free trade grounds. Which kind of protectionist Trump is might become more clear over the next 4 years. I'm simply saying, from what Trump has said now, it's not clear to me that Trump is a protectionist in the classic sense.